Yo guys, it's me 604 back with another video, and today I'm going to do a little different video because I was scrolling on YouTube and I found this Rogueblox, and it caught my attention instantly because I watched the gameplay trailer, the gameplay reveal, and it is super similar to Deepwoken and Rogue Lineage. And I used to be a huge fan of Rogue Lineage. I love it. I have like every single Uber class. I have a couple of Ultra classes still. I don't play it that much anymore, but I loved it. And Deepwoken, I didn't play it that much, but I played a lot during release. But this game is more similar to Rogue Lineage than Deepwoken. So I'm going to watch the direct with you guys and see what's up. Okay, so here's the direct.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the Rogueblox Direct. I'm Coltrane, owner and lead artist for Rogueblox, and I'm joined here by the rest of the dev team. On the far left we got Q.
Yo, what's up? I'm the lead scripter.
Mini.
Hello, I'm a content scripter.
And to my right we got Kraken.
It has a Deepwoken vibes, man.
And on the far right we got Abnormal.
Hi, I'm the only builder.
And without further ado, let's get right into it.
Bro, I'm super hyped for this game. Like, that ass. It's been a couple of years since I've been hyped for a Roblox game.
With introductions out of the way, let's get right into what exactly Rogueblox is. First and foremost, Rogueblox is a free-to-play, permadeath RPG with class-based progression. Players will be able to explore an open map, completing quests, fighting monsters, and killing other players to get new gear and develop their characters. Delving deeper into the permadeath aspects of Rogueblox, most players will start out with 3 lives, although this may change based on your race.
So this is basically Rogue Lineage. He's basically explaining Rogue Lineage. So I already like it. It's finally something new.
Each time you die, you'll lose a life.
Yeah.
Lives are indicated on the left side of your screen above your mana bar. If you lose a life, you'll be able to get one back using a life crystal. These can be found as a rare drop in a variety of loot pools and also crafted with some rare materials. Once you reach 0 lives, you'll wake up in the Crimson and have to restart your character. Worry not though, Rogueblox is a roguelike game, and as you play, you'll be able to earn some meta progression currency that you can use.
Wait, hold on. Let me see this. Okay, so this is just like a Deepwoken, I think. I haven't played Deepwoken a lot, but this looks exactly like Deepwoken. So you can upgrade your wealth, experience. Okay, so this is different from Rogue Lineage at least. Because in Rogue Lineage you don't really get any buffs when you die. You stay the same. Maybe you spawn with mana sometimes. Okay, so you get genuine buffs when you wipe. Okay, that's good, that's good. You can change your race, face, outfit, weapon, town. Okay, that's
make your
good.
next runs a little bit easier. Or, you could also use them for things such as rerolling your race. On top of this, something
Wait, did he just say... Hold
a
on.
little bit easier. Or, you could also use them for things such as rerolling your race.
You can reroll your race for free? Okay, that's insane. That's insane. That's going to be insane. So I think the races aren't going to be as broken as in Rogue Lineage, because Rogue Lineage, no way. Like Fisherman and Dizen, they are way too broken in comparison to like other races.
On top of this, some things you unlock throughout your progression, such as the fast travel pylon behind me, will save through your wipes and be unlocked in all of your slots. Anyways, with
Okay, so you can fast travel, basically like Gate. That's good.
that brief overview out of the way, let me throw it to Kraken to explain to you the progression.
Progression.
Now, while Rogueblox follows a pretty standard Rogue Lineage-inspired class progression, we have heavily expanded the routes to which players can progress. In Rogueblox, we push for a game that lets players progress any way they want to, whether that be PvE, PvP, working your way up the mind progression, or gambling. There are so many avenues you can take to progress at your own pace.
Okay, so you don't just progress by gripping people. I think you can choose how to progress, I guess. Or is it different for every single class? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see.
Unique rewards for each. Now, don't worry if something isn't exactly to your taste. We still have plans to expand the routes of progression in the future with things like fishing or cooking, and there's no plans to let the new players
fishing and
stagnate those
cooking.
ways. One thing I should mention, however, is that we have pulled away from just how prevalent PvP is. Now, don't freak out. All this means is you are no longer expected to kill players for the majority of classes in Rogueblox, but we still do encourage PvP encounters and ganks by trying to consolidate as many players in the world as possible.
Okay,
Digging into some more
okay.
of the specifics of progression, a majority of classes require 3 things, that being alignment, experience, and silver. Alignment is effectively how much of a villain or hero your character is. It ranges on the scale from Imperial to Anarchic. Alignment is mainly gained through quests, events, and codices, which I'll talk about.
I think this is also just like Rogue Lineage, so chaotic and And what's it called? What's the other one called? I forgot. Chaotic and okay, I forgot.
A lot more in a minute. Experience is a measure of how much your character has experienced. Mainly gained from killing mobs, discovering new areas, and missions. You'll naturally gain experience as you navigate the world of Rogueblox and tackle its countless challenges, so don't worry too much. And our last one, silver. It's silver. Mainly gained from selling things of merchants, quests, or missions. Silver is your main way of buying class skills and getting services or goods from a variety of NPCs all across the world of Rogueblox. Now, that's enough about progression, for now at least. Let's pass it over to Q, and he'll let you know about the combat.
Alright, I'm gonna start off with the basics. So first of all, you got your weapon. Weapons have an M1 combo and a critical attack binded to M2 or R.
Look, this
Most
looks
weapons
like,
have 5 M1s in the combo,
deepwoken.
but my shotgun here has 4 M1s, with the final M1 being a blast. Now I'm gonna talk about your defensive options. So if you hold F, you'll start blocking. There are some attacks, notably
This is
critical
very
attacks,
similar to
that will break
deepwoken.
blocks. And these attacks will outline the attacker red and sometimes have a little flash effect. If you time your block right before getting hit by a block break attack, you'll perfect block it and stun the attacker, putting the fight.
Okay, so I don't think there's a perfect block in deepwoken. In deepwoken, you parry. That's a good one, because in Rogue Lineage you can perfect block just like this.
Positive
Okay.
in your favor. Next,
Yeah,
you got your
that's good.
dashes. So these are binded to Q, and you can use attacks during dashes, so you can use them as like a quick engage during combat. The dashes can also be used defensively. If someone tries to hit you during a dash, you'll dodge the attack and evade its damage.
Okay, that's like
Rogueblox's
deepwoken.
combat is quite different from many of the other recent games on the platform. It's not combo, true stun, ABA combat, but it's also not parry based. In between stun, you'll have an escape window. If you hover over your weapon tool, you'll be able to see the escape window between your weapon and ones.
Okay, so basically you cannot just get fucked in the ass by an Oni combo. That's also really good.
While you're getting comboed, you're going to try to block or dash during that escape window. Alright, next I'm going to talk about mana. So if you hold G, you'll charge mana, and it fills the bar on the left side of your screen. If you let go of G, it'll slowly go down.
Okay.
If you hold block with mana charge, you'll pull out your mana shield, which allows you to block super mage level spells. More
Hey,
importantly,
this is-
it lets you block attacks from behind
Okay,
you,
this is
and it
literally
negates block shit.
Rogue Lineage.
So mana is a very important resource that you'll want to keep track of during combat. Next, I'll talk about the
That mana shield was literally Rogue Lineage, like copy paste the same. It was just the same. So
air combat. If you hold control in M1, you'll do an uppercut, which if landed will bring the fight into the air. If the uppercut whiffs or is blocked, however, you'll be punished because it has a decent amount of end lag. If you hold control in M1 during air combat, you'll do a fast down slam, which can be used to quickly end air combat.
okay.
There are also aerial attacks, which are done by M1ing in the air. These are used as a quick engage, and they're true into another M1. Similarly to uppercuts though, if it's blocked or whiffed, you can be punished. Additionally, uppercuts can be used as like an air counter, so if you uppercut as your opponent uses an aerial attack, you'll always win the trade. Alright, that explains all the basics of combat. However, the way you build your character is extremely important, and I'll let Minnie explain that.
Okay, so the combat is a mix of Rogue Lineage and deepwoken, but it's more similar to deepwoken in my opinion.
Hi, I'm Cole, not Minnie. He was busy working his scripted magic, so I'll be filling in for him here. Following the immense popularity of a specific Rogueblox RPG, it's clear that players love build variety. Luckily, Rogueblox has plenty to offer. At the most basic level, players' builds will consist of their class, race, weapon, and armor. Getting into
Okay, that's just like Rogue Lineage and deepwoken, just the same.
the classes, if you're familiar with Rogue Lineage, you'll be familiar with our class system. Progression goes from base to super to ultra, with multiple different
Okay, that's insane. I love that. I love that one. I love it. Because on Rogue Lineage, you can go from not everyone knows this maybe, but like for example, you can choose a warrior, and then go to sigil knight, then go to ultra sigil knight, or from warrior to sigil knight, and then go to dark sigil knight. So I like this one. I like it.
classes to choose from based on what weapon category you choose to wield and what your alignment is. If you choose to progress your class to Ultra, you may also learn a second base class to supplement your build. However, you will not be able to progress that second base class further than that. Players may also choose to learn 2 super classes instead of an Ultra, turning their build into a hybrid.
Hybrid, I guess. Okay, that's also good.
Hybrid builds aren't able to progress either their currently learned classes further than super, nor are they able to learn an additional base class. Some classes may require you to learn 2 base classes before you can unlock it super, though these are pretty rare. Moving on to races, when you first join the game,
Is this a scroom? Okay, this looks like a scroom. Yeah. This looks like a scroom. I think it's a scroom.
you'll be randomly assigned a race. Each race has
And what is this? I think this is just like Morbid.
a unique look as well as a special set of passives and
And this is an L. This is like a Castellan, I think.
actives that are unlocked
Okay,
as the character survives in the
that's
world of
good.
Terra. While not totally build defined, everyone will have a race, and your race may be better suited for certain playstyles. Moving on to weapons, there's a wide variety of weapons for players to find and craft in Rogueblox. Each weapon falls under one of 5 categories, with some very rare exceptions. There are swords, daggers, spears, fists, and guns.
Yeah, I love this. So, if I were to choose, I think I would choose a fist. I would choose fist class because I used to be an Oni main back on Rogue Lineage. So I think I'll choose a fist again.
These weapon categories typically have a unique trend in their stat spreads. For example, daggers are typically faster swinging weapons that have much lower ranges than the rest of the weapon categories in the game. On top of this, specific weapon categories allow you to use skills from their corresponding classes. For example, skills from the sword-based class may only be used with weapons that fall under the sword category. Heading over to armors, players have a head, chest, feet, and outfit slot with which they can equip different armors to grant themselves stats and resistances, with some even providing unique passives. Players will be able to see how their equipment affects their stats by navigating to their inventory and clicking on the stats button. Moving on to some of the more intricate aspects of build crafting, we have sub-races, reforges, enchants, and relics. Throughout a player's progression, some people may opt to get a sub-race. Well, I don't want to spoil too much here.
What is this? Hold on, I didn't really listen.
Throughout a player's progression, some people may opt to get a sub-race. Well, I don't want to spoil too much here. Sub-races drastically change how the game's mechanic.
Oh, a sub-race. I think this is just like a vampire in a Rogue Lineage. So this looks like a zombie. This looks like a vampire. And this, I don't know, bro. I don't know what this is. So I think you can choose to be a zombie, a vampire, or whatever this is. I don't know, a bird or some shit.
Affect their character, while providing them with some unique skills and passives that open up new playstyles and builds for people to play around with. Moving on to reforges. Reforges are prefixes that can be attached to weapons or pieces of armor that affect their stat spread and allow players to personalize each
What is this, an enchant?
piece of their equipment to their liking. While some items dropped from mobs or found in chests may have reforges, players can also use special items to modify their weapons and armor with specific reforges.
Okay.
Moving on to enchants. Enchants are modifiers that give weapons special abilities. Some are simple and give weapons the ability to apply status effects to yourself and your opponents on M1s, while others are more complicated and may change up how your weapon's crit works. While they may seem like only a tiny part of your build, when combined with the right relics, they can become game-changing. Finally, we arrive at relics. Relics are by far one of the most complicated pieces of build crafting in Rogueblox. Relics are special items that players can equip to grant themselves unique abilities and passives that can drastically change up how their build operates.
So, I don't know much about this one, but like, is this similar to like a bell in deepwoken? But I'm not sure, so I don't know.
Correct. These can range from a simple double jump to granting you the ability to heal whenever you cause your opponents to bleed. Relics often synergize with one another or different status effects, so play around with it. Continuing with relics, players have 3 slots with which they may equip relics. On top of this, relics also have a unique star value ranging from 1 to 4 attributed to them based on their strength and utility. Players can equip relics at any of their 3 relic slots so long as the sum of their equipped relic star value does not exceed 4. This is to ensure that build crafting stays interesting and isn't just players equipping the 3 strongest relics in game. However, if you're looking to push the boundaries of the game, there are some special ways for players to increase the maximum value of stars that they can have equipped. Once you get in game, you'll be able to discover over 60 different relics that you can play around with and use to create a build that best fits your playstyle. With the basics of Rogueblox having been covered, that's all for the Rogueblox Direct.
Okay, that's good.
Every single one of you guys in the game on July 11th. We hope you're all as excited.
And it's releasing tomorrow as well.
And with all that being said, thank you for...
So guys, you guys heard it. It's releasing tomorrow as well. I'm going to be grinding this game, I think. I'm going to make a lot of videos on this game, if I like it at least. But I think I'm going to like it because it's very similar to Rogue Lineage and deepwoken. It has like the best parts of Rogue Lineage mixed in with the best part of deepwoken. So I think this is going to be fire, man. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Since it's releasing tomorrow, so I'm going to make a new video tomorrow about this game. So like, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys had fun watching. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.